Welcome back, artists. Now, let's pretend that I am all finished building, okay? I have my project, right? You can tell when you look at it that this changes shape, right? It gets a little bit wider as it comes out. I have patterns and then coils between my patterns. And I have a coil on top. So you want to make sure when you get to your top coil that you spend some time making sure this one is nice and smooth. This is the coil that everybody's going to see, and if you use it for a container, it's the one that will get most often touched, so you don't want it to be sharp or dangerous. So if you are all finished building, there are a couple things you need to do. The first is to make absolutely sure that you can still read your name on the bottom. If there is any doubt, I ask that you redo it. If you need to rewrite a portion, remember your finger is your eraser, so you can just smear it out like that, and then you can rewrite it. Remember, soft pressure when you are writing in clay. The other thing I wanted to do is to make sure that you write your name and class code on the piece of tape that is on your big Ziploc bag. So it's important that you use a Sharpie for this because our clay is wet and moisture can often mess up other markers. So make sure you're using a permanent marker. Write your name and again your class code, 5ZIE or whatever it is that your class code is. So there is a second way to name this. And then finally, this needs to stay in your Ziploc bag until it gets to me back at the school. The other thing I wanted to show you is if your project is starting to get tall, some of them will, you can do is when you store it, instead of trying to slide it in, like if it doesn't fit in here, you can maybe have a grown-up help you, but you scrunch it down and then you very carefully put this on the bottom and then you kind of shimmy the Ziploc bag around the sides and then you can zip it here. When you are all finished, it is very important that it stays moist. Clay gets super duper fragile once it dries, and any little bumps or even in a car ride, going over a bump in the road can cause things to come apart and break. So we want to keep them safe and wet until they get back to the school. So this can be brought to your next drop-off time, and I will grab it from there and put it in. Then I will take it out of the bag, dry it out, and get it in the kiln. And then you are finished building your project.